you guys, I am back with another video, and I just want to do like a little Love is Blind chat about like this season, just like my thoughts as a whole. It's going to be like a very vague season about, not a very vague season, which already is vague, but it's going to be a very vague video, like surface level video about just my thoughts on this season so far, and just how I'm feeling about this season, and just like honestly just my thoughts on like why they did what they did to just make this season so boring, and just kind of like my thoughts on like why this season just became super boring and just not really enjoyable for a lot of viewers to watch. Honestly, my theory is just that Chelsea became part of like the casting department when it comes to Love is Blind, and I think she chimed in and she probably just stepped up for like Love is Blind to give us more pod episodes. And I think Love is Blind overdid themselves by giving us too many pod episodes, and I think they wanted us to see the connections of people in the pods more, because from past seasons, like season 5, we have complained that we do not get enough watch time of people showing their real connections. We only get the watch time of like the drama. Like, I feel like that season 5 of Love is Blind, they had situations where a lot of stuff happened in the pods and they like cut that out. So then I think for this season, they decided like, hey, look, we're going to show you guys more pod episodes. And they overdid it by giving us 6 boring pod episodes, which basically showed us nothing. I think that when it comes to Love is Blind and the producers and the casting directors, they do not know how to edit the season out. I think that the producers for this season did not know how to edit this season, and it became a hit or miss, and it basically was a flop. Like, I feel like that Love is Blind edits these Love is Blind seasons in a real way. That's why sometimes people are casted in the wrong way. Like, it's like, you see all the drama, you just see everybody, like, it's like, so sometimes it's either really interesting or it's really boring. I think they did the same thing with last season, where they kind of like gave us a lot of pod episodes, and like usually we will be done with the pods by episode 5. When it gets to episode 5, we are into the resorts, we are into the hotel, we are seeing people like kind of like start fighting on vacation. There is some drama stirring up on vacation. And so even like season 7, we already had Nick and Hannah having convos at episode 5 with the whole duck scene. This season, it gave us 6 pod episodes, and I think the very last minute of episode 6, they showed us a situation with Taylor and Daniel with the whole Instagram situation, which was a reach, like Jessie Woo said on her YouTube channel, which, guys, make sure you guys follow Jessie Woo's YouTube channel. But anyways, yeah, make sure you follow Jessie Woo's YouTube channel. I think I said it wrong. But yeah, I feel like that this whole Love is Blind season, they really tried giving us more pod episodes, because we always complain about certain things getting cut out, We always tend to complain about certain parts of the show getting cut out. And also, you have reality stars on these Love is Blind seasons complaining that, oh my God, I was edited in the wrong way. They edited me to be a villain. And so I think they just gave us 6 pod episodes to like actually genuinely see people connect on an emotional level. And we just did not enjoy, because we also need a balance of drama. We need a balance of drama and genuine connections, and we just did not get that. Like, I don't think we saw enough drama between Meg, Mason, Madison, and Alex. Like, we just did not see that. We didn't see enough drama of that. We also didn't see, there was also like a love triangle. There's also Vanessa and Adam were in a relationship in the pods, and like Adam didn't propose to Vanessa, but they made it out in the pods. We didn't get to see Vanessa. We didn't get to see Adam. I think that Love is Blind could do so much, but but show certain cast members, and it always ends up as the minorities, like Blacks, Asians, end up getting the short end of the stick. So they don't know how to balance. They don't know how to balance diversity. They don't know how to have Blacks, Whites, Asians, people of all different type of races all playing in one season. And it just sucks how it's just like one black couple and everybody else is like a white couple. Y'all couldn't put an Asian couple at least. Y'all couldn't put Vanessa and Adam. They're diverse. Like, y'all couldn't put Vanessa and Adam in this storyline. Yeah, like, to me, that's just very, I don't know, it's very foul. Like, I was actually looking forward to seeing Adam on my TV screen, and I just did not get to see them. However, though, I'm not going to stop watching the show. I think I'ma still continue watching the show because it is very interesting for me to watch and to see everything play out. But honestly, I just think, I don't know how I'm gonna rank this season, but I wouldn't say this season is the worst season because I've seen worse seasons. I need to really watch this season fully to really see how dramatic this season was. Like, I really want to see how dramatic this season is because I feel like that the next episodes are going to start picking up and it's going to be dramatic, especially with Storytime with Ricky having a bunch of tea, you know, and she has her own podcast with Reality Ashley. Also, congrats to the Reality Receipts podcast because they actually made it on top 15 for like the best podcast. And so they honestly inspired me to like make my own podcast. But I feel like that the next few episodes are going to start to pick up with the whole wedding episodes. And I think multiple couples make it to the altar. So that might be interesting to see multiple weddings and multiple I do nots and only one I do's because I kind of already know what happens. And I'm just kind of excited to see like what's more to come for this season. So I'm not gonna call this season boring. I'm gonna just call, like, right now I don't know what, like, how good this season is because I don't know how good it's gonna get in the next 4 episodes. I think we only have like we have 4 more episodes left. And also we have podcasts to watch of like the cast members, of like the castmates, which I'm gonna still watch the podcast now. Don't judge me. I be watching the cast podcast. And I honestly want to see how interesting that is. But I know that season 8 is not topping season 1. I know that season 8 is not topping season 5. It's not topping season 6. Like, it's not topping any of the top seasons. I just think that like a lot of the people this season, they're just too aware. Like, a lot of the people for this cast, they're just very too aware of how to act. I think this cast genuinely all played a game and they teamed up together as a sports team, like a football team, and we're like, hey y'all, like let's just act very nice. Let's not fight a lot. And I think Dave also was starting drama. I think Dave was the only cast member that started drama with Lauren when it comes to her situationship for no reason, because he wanted to get the views. I think Dave wanted to get the views on this for this season. Dave wanted the views ratings to go up for this season, and I think Dave wanted to be a villain. I think Dave genuinely wanted to be a villain for this season, but I think everybody else on this cast like purposely played an act. I think every single person on this cast, except for Sarah and Monica, played an act on this cast in order, and probably except for Madison too, and Meg. Like, I think that Mason also played in like people's faces, but I think that but I genuinely just think that like this cast really tried to play a good role to get like a good edit. I think all the men really tried to play the good guy act and try to play the good boy act. Like, I honestly don't think that any of the men were here for the right reasons. I think that's genuinely every season, but I just don't think that a lot of the men were really here for to actually find a marriage, especially Ben and what's been coming out with him. I think since everyone was trying to basically act out a good edit, you couldn't really see genuine like dramatic fights between couples. Like, there wasn't actual drama coming out, like, as to like season 1, season 5, season 6. Like, I just think that everyone was trying to act like a good person on TV. Like, they were trying to play like the good person act on television for Love is Blind. And they thought like we would just be like, oh my God, they're just so in love. They're just so genuine. And like, they would still get the ratings, the views, the followers. They thought like by this week of this year, they would be getting 100,000 followers, 800,000 followers. So I think they kind of fooled us by purposely being too aware of how to act on screen. And I just think that also like everybody who edited the season like just overdid it. Like, I think somebody just over edited the seasons. Nobody really nobody really focused on cutting out a lot of unnecessary clips. And we didn't even see like a dramatic connection. Like, it would have been nice to see Vanessa and Adam Like, I heard that Vanessa and Adam, they didn't get shown, and they had like a really dramatic they had a really dramatic convo. Why didn't we get to see that? Like, did they ask not to be shown? I don't know. But like, we didn't get to see Vanessa, we didn't get to see Adam, we didn't get to see a lot of the cast members. I even think that like Virginia and Devin, they're also like kind of playing a role on this show as well. So it's like a lot of cast members, I don't think we're really here for the right reasons. Like, I don't think that like a lot of the cast members, they were actually here to find love, to like be in a relationship. And I feel like that maybe it's because it's Minnesota. I also think that had to do with like this, like Minnesota. Like, I don't think Minnesota is really a place where there's a lot of like diversity. I mean, I think, no, someone said like Minnesota does have diversity. Like, what is it? Like Minneapolis. Someone said like Minneapolis, Minnesota, they have diversity, but they just casted the wrong people. I think that the Love is Blind casting department, they casted mostly whites. Like, it was just mostly whites. They barely casted any people of like my color. And I think like when I look at the cast, I only saw like 5 blacks of color, and I only knew only probably 2 of them would be shown and only 1 black guy would be shown. It's always like every season, it's always only like 1 black guy being shown. Like, it's just weird. Like, and like that's why I'm kind of thankful that I like at least DC had some diversity, even though DC wasn't one of the best seasons like Love is Blind, where they had it for last season. Even though Love is Blind didn't, like, last season wasn't the best season, they still had at least some diversity. There was some sort of diversity. There was some sort of like, you know, okay, there's actually people who, you know what, we could kind of root for, who are our color, you know. But this season is very just vague. Like, people were falling asleep during episodes. So I just think that like it was just a lack of editing. Like, nobody really took the time to edit this season well. They overdid it by thinking that they gave us a bunch of genuine connections, conversations, even like the whole Sarah and Ben storyline. That's kind of like a fake storyline, because just like the way how when like just Sarah was kind of like fake acting like herself out when she saw like the TikTok of Andra, and then even like I don't know, Ben is playing on like a good boy act, like Storytime with Ricky said. So I think everyone's just playing a good girl act or a good boy act. Like, that's really what it is. But anyways, I am done with this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.